No, nothing too gangster, man, but just goddamn, just enough to diffuse the situation and get out the way for a little while. Let cooler head prevail over everything. But no matter how mad I'd ever been at my mama or my dad, I never once thought about harming them in no way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just for these, but man, just like I was talking to my old lady the other day, man, these goddamn the TV shows and this internet, man, be giving goddamn these kids so many ideas of how they life supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You got TV shows, they got children making grown folk decisions. That's on Disney. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a show back when my children were real young. Goddamn, the kids was running a whole goddamn cruise ship. Like, and that'll make your kid think that they supposed to be able to run some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like watching that shit, I had your kid believing that, cause a lot of these shows you don't never see the parent. The kids are pretty much doing everything. So like you can't do that, man. Like we had Full House. You knew that the dad had an integral role. He had to go to work to make sure these bills was paid. You know what I'm saying? He had an integral part of the show.
Right.
Family Matters. Dad had to go be a police officer every day. He didn't want to be a police officer, but to provide for his family. He went out there every day and he came home, and we saw that these kids shows you don't see the parent.
Oh, the kid.
Just the kid making all these decisions, the kid going on all these adventures and shit. Like, motherfucker, your adventures in the backyard. That's as far as your adventure goes. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfucker, Phineas and Ferb, they goddamn doing all this magical shit in their backyard and shit. And your kid look at that shit like that. You know, it's hard when you're a kid to differentiate real from not real. That's why it's so easy for you to get caught in that Christianity game when you're young, because it's hard for you to differentiate between real and not. You believe Snow White at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like you, man. So many women so fucked up behind them Disney movies, man. Thinking a nigga finna come save them. You know what I'm saying? Like them Disney movies done fucked up so many bitches' heads and got their idea of who they Prince Charming finna be. Got them so fucked up that they gonna die alone. I ain't gonna play the Kevin saying shit, but man, ain't nobody really, man. That sweeping you off your feet and shit, man. That shit ain't finna happen. You ain't finna goddamn see no nigga from across the room. Y'all gonna magically lock eyes and it's gonna nah, bitch. You gonna have to goddamn put some work in a relationship. Every relationship comes with some motherfucking work, dog. It ain't just no nigga kiss you and now you happily ever after. Nah, bitch. Nah, man. Every happily ever after come with a whole lot of motherfucking work and determination, dedication. It take a whole lot of Asians to make that motherfucker work, man. Shit. Cause two people ain't just supposed to be together. You know what I'm saying? Two people are totally different, fam. Like, and for you to say that I'm gonna spend most of my day or every waking day with this one particular person, man, that's a commitment, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get on somebody's nerve at one point in time or another. But for you to care so much about this motherfucker that you don't want to goddamn leave them out there by themselves, that you will put up with the shit, dog, that's unique and rare.
Oh yeah.
And when you find it, it ain't causing no goddamn, it ain't because of no magic wand. Cupid ain't shot no motherfucking no hard or nothing. It's just somebody made a decision they wanted to be committed to your ass. You need to respect that. Motherfuckers don't be respecting that, fam. Thinking they can just find that everywhere. You can't. I hate to be the one to tell you. Can't. The next story we got, man. Central Florida nursing home resident beaten to death by second resident. Even people in the nursing home in Florida go in on you, dog. Like, man, it don't matter where. Yeah, you could be at the elementary school all the way to the nursing home. Like you'll get did by a Floridian. You know what I'm saying? They stand they grind no matter what the fuck they at. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this story kind of wild to me because I don't want to be talking about nobody grandma in the process. I know this is somebody grandma.
Yeah.
But it seemed like Buddy went in a room and strangled her at about 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, they say them nursing home be having them jump offs. You don't know what I'm talking about? No jump off, but man, from what I hear talking to people that done worked in nursing home, every nursing home got a whore. Cause you can fuck in nursing home. They can't stop you from fucking if you in a nursing home.
Right.
If it's consensual sex, they just got to let you finish and then go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of fucking be going on in these nursing homes, dog. Don't get it confused now. Goddamn. So I believe, goddamn, just like what happened down here in Millville, shot of light getting choked a little bit. Know what I'm saying? But it went a little too far, goddamn. You know, cause when you're a little old, it might be a little easier to go too far. Man, they'll have to stop niggas from choking bitches after a while, man. Like it's gonna become a goddamn thing where you gonna have to get the bitch to sign a note before you choke her. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that shit signed off on. You know, yeah, man, you gonna need that before you choke a bitch out the wild, man. Cause there's too many of them. They leaving him, man. The choke is taking bitches out now, man. Man, back when I first started choking, it wasn't so popular. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, we gonna send prayers up for them folks. Yeah, man, they go down in Florida at the nursing home. Shit, man, old hoe need love too, man. Goddamn, we see that. As long as that thing still get wet. Knife wielding man robs teen and forces him to perform criminal act in the Bronx. That's right. I went from Florida straight to the Bronx. Right. And this is becoming a thing too, man, that I'm reading more often, man. These niggas is forcing these niggas is raping niggas when they rob them now, man. Like I used to be concerned about getting robbed for a whole different reason, but now, nigga, I'm terrified. I'm fucking terrified of getting robbed. Now my strap is on me and all. Yeah, man. Like, I, back in my day, Robert didn't have that kind of time. They were moving too fast. They finna get what they gonna get from you and go on get the hell on. That man say he got time to bust him one real fast. Then they got him on tape, man. This him right here, man. Yeah, these light skinned niggas going crazy, man. God damn, these light skinned niggas going crazy. The individual proceeded to remove the victim's phone and forced the victim to perform a sexual act on him. The suspect then fled to parts unknown. After the victim resisted, the victim went privately to an area hospital for care and is in stable condition. I know he did go privately. You don't want to take too many people though. This man that just bust you over. I hope he ain't bust him over, man. They say he resisted. I hope him going. My next story, man, come out of the Charlotte Observer. Businessman hired nephew to gun down ex-employee who started rival company. Now I can understand how that'll piss you off. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Say I got a nigga working for me and he got now I'm paying you so good that you can stop working for me and make your own company and try to beat me. Hey nigga, I was paying you so much so to keep you loyal. Right. Know what I'm saying? But see that be a lot of people problem and then again that be why a lot of us don't want to that's why we don't give up all the game. Because if we give you all the game, you'll try to beat me. Because that's the way that's our mentality right now. Like I was saying earlier, we got to learn how to grow as a unit. You know what I'm saying? But instead, we'll do like Buddy did. But these people right here, he sent his folk to go get him, man. He sent him out. He sent his son, a couple more people, man. They went to go get him, dog. Yeah. Hey man, you can't be no snake, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that snake shit ain't cool, man. God damn, when a nigga think enough of you to put you on, man, don't try to take him out, man. It's like, man, somebody telling in this Lucha Stud thing. Somebody telling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who telling. Cause shit, if you ask me, it seems like all these rappers writing statements, dog. I seen where they got Pooh Shiesty paperwork on Whack 100 thing, man. It look like all these rappers telling, man. You know, they say, oh, so they tap throw a phone. Yeah, they had tap throw a phone and so you know, shit. They don't tell them what all they got off of that. So they want to talk about everything on their phone. Yeah. Yeah, man. But but in order for them to tap his phone, they had to have very credible evidence to get that warrant. Which means somebody before they got the warrant that somebody told, and they just had to get information to corroborate that shit. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, though, it came from word of mouth. 9 times out of 10, goddamn. Shit, they say Lucci told it because they got a picture of Lucci on goddamn on World Star eating a sandwich and some French fries and smoking a Newport. You know when they give you that Newport in that interrogation room, but when they fuck around and give you that Newport, boy, you either got something good to tell them or you done already told it one.
Two.
One of the two, man. So
Normally, if you're a broke nigga and shit like that, if you eating that type of doing that type of shit, you told so.
you done told something, man. You done told something. Them folks ain't just handing out Newport willy nilly, man. They ain't just handing out Newport.
Saying that he can't afford to buy that type of shit or whatever.
You can't afford to buy it when you in an interrogation room. You can't afford nothing in there, dog, except for what they give you. I've been in a few. Goddamn, they ain't getting you shit until you tell something. My mama always had land though, so I always knew it was just a matter of time before I got out. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, black people, that's the key to America, man. Land ownership. The Constitution, goddamn, grants real rights to land owners in this country. You ain't a landowner. A lot of them rights don't apply to you. Goddamn. You can't tell the police that I pay your salary if you don't own no land, because you don't pay his salary. You know what I'm saying? He is there to protect the land owners from the non-land owners. That's his job. That's his position. Got to decide what side of the thing you own, and you ain't got to own no whole heap of land, man. You can own some swamp land in Okefenokee, goddamn Alabama somewhere. But you own some land. You own a part of this country. You paying into the process. That's what everything in this country be about. That's why you get a fine when you go to jail, man, because you ain't paying into the process. You got to pay into the motherfucking process. You got to pay some taxes. All they want you paying every kind of tax they got to pay. And if they find out you skipping on something, that's why Cash App reporting your taxes. Like a too many niggas will get money on Cash App. Nigga, they actually got a line on the tax form that say, if you made any money from selling drugs this year, claim it right here. You got to pay taxes on your drugs money. And then they gonna come back and start an investigation and get all your money. And the reason why they put that there is so that starting after this year, if you get caught selling drugs, you can also get a motherfucking charge for not paying your taxes on the drugs. Yeah, if you ain't paid no taxes in such and such years, and they can prove when you done made this kind of money selling drugs, now you got a tax bill on top of that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a kill situation, man. If you ain't selling drugs legally, man, it ain't really where it's at. NCAA, you have a problem. That what Deion Sanders said. I thought Deion Sanders would be the last person talking about this NIL money.
Right.
But he one of the ones talking about it. He said the NIL money is causing behavior issues among players. Now I hope Dion know what that sounds like to white people. You know what I'm saying? Like I know about what he meant, but to white people it sounds like we should have never gave you niggas money. You know what I'm saying? Like to white people, that's what it sounds like. Deion Sanders has an issue with the way money earned under the new NIL is called. He said when you start paying athletes like they're professionals, you get athletes acting like they're professionals. And you don't have staff large enough and equipped enough to handle a young man with money. Let me go deeper. Handle a young man that's making more money than some of the coaches on staff. Well, see, well, I think they speak on the fact that Jackson State this year got the #1 football recruit. HBCU that he was coach at got the #1 overall football recruit, right?
Right.
Anybody that'll guess why?
Is he black?
Yeah, he black. You think that's why?
Some money can come to that school.
How do you think? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, the money come to school, the money come to pocket, but his main choice because of who Deion Sanders was.
see that on the surface, that's what I would have thought too. But come to find out, Deion Sanders used to contribute money to that company called Barstool Sports. They done made a lot of money in that time. So they are paying an NIL to that athlete for $1.5 million. That man making $1.5 million to play for Jackson State this year. That's why he chose Jackson State. And because Dion had contributed money to them in the past before he became a coach. So he ain't got no violations or nothing with it because he did all that before he was a coach, before he even knew he was gonna be a coach and anything like that. But $1.5 million to go play there for a season. You know what I'm saying? And now, to me, with you getting the number one player and you know what I'm saying, being that small school, like only reason why you got him because of that, but I'm pretty sure he probably one of the hard ones. They probably who he talk about that's hard to handle with the money. You know what I'm saying? He is probably the exact one because I'm pretty sure he the top dog at this little school. He think he the shit. You know what I'm saying? And he got $1.5 million. Probably ain't nobody else on the team getting hardly nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, he probably a little difficult to teach and do all kind of shit too. He probably a little hard to do. But that's when you got there go get his dad and put his dad on the coaching staff. Then you got there and let his dad to keep him in check. That's what I would do personally. You know what I'm saying? Cause that no, I mean, if this guy is that good where he could change your program, to put his dad on staff. You know, dad and uncle, whoever the man is in his life that can keep him under control. Find out who that guy is and put them on staff, man. Put them on staff, man. Have them motherfucker that with him every goddamn day and make sure he do what he's supposed to do. Don't get on the media and go to saying that shit, cause that shit that make it sound like we should have never gave you niggas money. And they gon' and whenever if they ever were to stop it, they gonna use that sound bite to say that why we need to stop it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, like Buddy that side that got that $1.5 million to go to Jackson State, that man can fuck his knee up next week and never play football in the NFL again. But he got a chance to make $1 million and do something for his family and start out with something. Whereas back 7, 8 years ago, if he blew his knee out, he had to pray that he could goddamn build his way back up and try to goddamn still go to the NFL and do it now. But now he got a choice. Man, I could just take them $1 million, invest it, do this right here, do that right there, go down another angle. I ain't got to keep putting my body through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always for choice. I'm pro choice on damn near everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm very across the board on shit. I don't give a fuck what you doing. That's pretty much how I feel about everything. I don't give a damn what you doing. As long as it don't affect my highs and everything that's going on in my shit. I don't give a fuck what you're doing, man. Goddamn, you could be putting heroin in your teeth. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Have fun, YOLO. You know what I'm saying? I don't even believe in YOLO, man, because that shit say you only live once. I think I live every day. You only die one time. You know what I'm saying? But you live every day. You know what I'm saying? That's how you need to live life. Fuck YOLO, man. YOLO had you dying too quick. You know what I'm saying? You got to live life like you want to live every day and just die one time. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, because life is for the living. All that death shit, man, ain't nothing behind it, man. All that. It's like D.L. Hughley said. D.L. Hughley said them niggas call themselves Young Thug and Gunna. And what kind of energy they thought was going to come to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, the power of the tongue is so powerful, man. Goddamn, you speak everything you got into existence. You know what I'm saying? And you can speak bad shit, you can speak positive shit. It's all on you. It's all on every day. It's all on you. Let's see. The next story we got Texas man arrested after forging divorce papers and getting married again. He was tired of that bit there, and this new bit was not waiting. God damn. A man accused of forging signatures on divorce papers before marrying another man was arrested.
What?
That what I said? Oh, married another woman. My bad, child. Hey, man, you never can tell in the news today, man. Joshua Rosales was arrested on a charge of bigamy. How much time you get for bigamy, man? But yeah, man, you can't go out there just fake divorcing bitches and marrying new bitches. You got to get that shit legally dead, man.
Oh, fed up.
Man, he was ready to move on and she wouldn't sign them papers. They want to sign the papers. Man, another correction officer is arrested, and few are interested in the tough job. I know Gutta was ready to get the fuck up out of there. It seems like down there in Alabama, they having a hard time getting people to become goddamn corrections officers. They say 6 people are now charged in a conspiracy to bring drugs into the Calhoun County Jail. The sheriff say one of them is his very own guard. Sheriff Matthew Wade stressed that citizens must have faith in their sheriff as an honest broker. And secondly, he wants this to be a deterrent for any officer that is contemplating this type of criminal behavior. I won't tolerate it or hide it. I will always bring them to justice as I have done in the past. That's another reason why I ain't want to be no sheriff, man. Man, when I first got out the military, man, I promise you, I got called by every sheriff department in the middle of Georgia area. Some in Atlanta too. They were just calling, bro. They were just calling. I was telling them all, no, man, I ain't interested. Nah. I mean, y'all remember me from 2000, man. I definitely was not interested in working for no law enforcement. For one, when I got out the military, I said that was the last job I was gonna have where I can die on the job. I was taking nothing else like that, period. You know what I'm saying? I done did it for my country. I'd never do it for nobody else. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So after that, man, and then I ain't want no job to where I can get locked up on the job either, man. Like, god damn. And shit, I always felt like if you gonna get one of them jobs, man, you need to be morally upstanding. You need to be a pretty good guy, man. Goddamn for the most part. But I see that everybody didn't feel like I felt. A lot of motherfuckers knew they wasn't shit and still wanted to put in the application and everything. Man, I fucked around one time fucking with Cool Daddy, man. I done had one of them all night. I'm talking about from sun up to sundown, back to sun, that came back up again. This man pull up on me 6:30 in the morning, talking about he finna go take a test to go be a correction officer. He want me to ride with him. I'm like, all right, bet. I still got some party on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still partying on the way to go take the test. This man don't tell me we going to prison. You know what I'm saying? We about goddamn 3/4 of the way there. But bring the story back a little bit. On the way there, man, we get about a fourth of the way there. We done got pulled over by the police already. Like I said, I'm still partying. Everything go smooth, or they let us go. They tell them just slow it down. Boom. He tell them where we going. You know what I'm saying? You tell the police you finna go take the correction officer test. They ain't finna let you go ahead and go. They understand why you speeding and everything. They just tell you slow it on down and go on about your business. Man, goddamn, we get on down there a little bit further, got pulled over again. They tell the same thing. We still ain't got now ticket and got pulled over 2 times. Now I know we headed to the prison because I done seen the sign say McCray State Prison. Right. Oh boy, you ain't tell me we going no prayers. Like, goddamn. So we pull up, man. Goddamn, I do my little do, you know what I'm saying? Make a stash, you know what I'm saying? Go inside this prison, man. My mind in that bit, but I'm talking about, boy, the fact that I ain't slept in 2 days and the fact that I've been getting high the whole time is telling on me, nigga. I'm talking about, I'm know it, that motherfucker where I keep hearing them doors slam, pow. Wow. Nigga, I'm so nervous, man. I do the test in like 10 minutes, nigga. Goddamn. I like, man, can I go on back outside? They let you by, man. I go back out to the car. I'm sitting out there, still just crazy. Everything around me, law for me. You see the signs, but don't have no drugs on these premises. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm out that bit, but I am so annoyed. Who finally come back out, get in the car? We head out and everything. I show him I had some party inside the prison. You know what I'm saying? I like, man, I forgot I had this in my pocket, dog. That's why I heard him got out of there. Nigga, we go back, heading back down the road. Then we get pulled over again, fam. This time they give us a ticket though. You know what I'm saying? Cause we coming back from the correction officer till now they don't give a fuck about you no more. You know what I'm saying? They gave me the ticket, man. We get back to the crib. Long story short, man, cool dad in the front the test, man. These folks called me for the next 4-5 weeks trying to get me to come be a correction officer, man. I done told these people, man, I'm high right now. They tell me they'll give me 30 days to clean my system. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be hot in too, man. Goddamn. I just came down there for my little brother, dog. Like the last thing I really intended to do would be a correction officer. You know what I'm saying? That's my little correction officer story though, man. Goddamn. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next thing. What's the next story we got? Uh, the Second American Civil War is already happening. Did y'all know anything about that? I mean, that was better say right here, man. What his name is? Robert Wright said that we already living through the Second Civil War.
Right.
He said the U.S. Supreme Court upcoming decision to reverse Roe versus Wade doesn't ban abortion. It leaves the issues to the states. As a result, it will put another large brick in the growing wall separating blue and red America. The Second American Civil War is already occurring, but it's less of a war and more of a benign separation analogous to an unhappily married people who don't want to go through the trauma of a former divorce. You know, I kind of feel what he's saying. He like, instead of it being a war where it's guns and cannons and shit like that, it's just people choosing sides. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and the way people choosing sides now is way different than it's ever been before. I guess since the first Civil War, because people will fight you over your political beliefs now. Back in the day, it was just we didn't talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like now, you know a motherfucking Republican just because you riding behind them, they got the bumper sticker, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, that was some shit that you just didn't do.
Right.
Unless you worked for the campaign or some shit like that. But other than that, you kept your politics and your religion to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty cool for the most part. Cause I ain't supposed to know who you voting for. It's supposed to be a secret ballot. You know what I'm saying? I go in there with my own ideas and everything, and I go and cast my ballot. But nah, man, it's so tribal, and a lot of that, Donald Trump was the first person run president that throw parties the whole time. Like this man had rallies and just crunk fest like every week. Like nigga, you would have thought the first nigga president would have did some shit like that. Like had concerts every week.
Yeah.
Man, could you imagine how many people would have flocked to the Barack Obama concert? Fam? You know what I'm saying? He got Jay-Z there, he got Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. He got them all there, man. Barack can get anybody he want to come through. Even had Jesus singing about him. His Lambo was blue. But he said all America is largely urban, racially, and ethnically diverse and young. The other is largely rural or ex-urban, white, and older. I see that. Cause depending on where you go in America, it be one or two different ways. You know what I'm saying? It's either everybody there or it's just an all white time. It's rare you gonna run across a all black time. You know what I'm saying? They say the speed is accelerating. Red zip codes are getting redder and blue zip codes bluer. Of the nation's total 3,143 counties, the number of super landslide counties where a presidential candidate won at least 80% of the vote jumped from 6% in 2004 to 22% in 2020. People travel, man. This thing done just got. And, you know, that's the Barack Obama effect, man. And people don't want to say it, man, but I say it, man. That's the Barack Obama effect, man. You made people goddamn like instead of bringing everybody together, split everybody apart, man. You know, and to me again, like they should have, they should have instead of instead of pushing forward that he's a black man, they should have been putting the fact that he had a white mama in front. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't never even seen him more. Why they hid Barack Obama more from us? You know what I'm saying? Like we knew why we couldn't see his dad. His dad would have been in Kenya or some shit like that. I understood that. But why we ain't never see it more?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
See the president's family. You mean like mothers and fathers?
You know what I'm saying? Like we never seen none of his family except for Michelle and the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like why?
Shit, we never even see Michelle parent.
Nah, we seen none of these folks, man. We never seen none of these people with like you would have even thought for you to be the first black first lady in there. Like it's supposed to have been a cousin or something doing some ratchet shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna share your cousin. Yeah, it's supposed to have been something, dog. And it's nothing. It's nothing. It's like they whole family just is them. Ain't nobody claiming to be a cousin on their daddy's side. Ain't nobody claiming to be an auntie or nothing. And that's the first black president. I just gonna stay off of TikTok, nigga. If I was Barack Obama nephew, nigga, I'd be talking all kind of shit on TikTok, man. I'd be fucking so many bitches off of that.
Barack Obama nephew. Who gonna believe?
But you had to do it then. And he had to co-sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga Barack Obama supposed to had a cookout with his cousins there, man. Like, man, if I'm the president, man, I promise you I'm gonna have at least one cookout with the over 8 years.
Had the guy there in the back of the White House backyard trick guy.
Man, I'm just talking about even, but like we never saw his white family. Like, and I think that would have did a lot to bridge things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he a black man, but he got a white family. We need to emphasize it because that's who he is, and it would have made black people more aware of who he really is. You know what I'm saying? They still would have voted for you, bro. They ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They still to this day don't know what your policies is. To this day, they don't know what your policies is. But man, the Democratic Party has a terrible way with words.
Right.
They have a terrible way with phrase and shit. Like it's almost like they try to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't understand. Man, we're gonna move on though. Again, we're gonna move on. Trying to keep the show rolling. I don't want to be on here for no hour and a half, y'all, today. Dallas police investigating shooting of 3 Korean women at hair salon.
Ooh.
Man, like when did black people start beefing with Asian women? Like I don't understand that this black dude supposedly drove a minivan up there, jumped out, shot the 3 women, and hopped in the van and took off. Nah, I don't understand that, bro. Like
That sound weird.
that sound too fucking weird, dog. I ain't, I don't hate nobody.
Right. They're gonna
But
charge him with hate crime.
yeah, he gonna get charged with hate crime. It ain't gonna be like a hate crime against a black person. He gonna get charged with a real hate crime, that Asian hate bill thing. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna get taught. I just don't understand, like, why, like the Asian women, like, man, why you gotta go kill 3 of them, dog? That's not. Well, I mean, you know they were getting massages up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they get you a massage and chill out. Man, man. I'm getting some strange friend requests lately, man. I don't know you.
Paying attention.
Though that is. Man, speaking of paying attention, boy, Andy Dick was paying attention. He been arrested while on YouTuber's live stream. He faces felony sexual assault charges. Andy Dick done put his ass in somebody.
So he gonna lie.
He do it on live. He just got arrested on live.
Oh,
He just got arrested on live, but he was arrested by Orange County Sheriff deputies on felony sexual assault. He had been staying with a group of people living out of their RVs in an Orange County campground and live streaming their lives together on the Captain Content YouTube channel. Don't go to their channel, stay on mine. According to a man named Maximiliano in the group, one of the members alleged Dick molested him recently.
What the name was?
Maximiliano.
That's his name?
Yeah, man. First name, last name, Maximiliano.
I thought he said, but Empire Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That nigga, that was crazy. Hey, check that movie out too, y'all. Ain't seen it in a while. It's still funny to this day. The deputies called out there at 9 a.m. The man had been sexually assaulted by the comedian. God damn. Yeah, man, Dick out there getting dick to people, man, that they don't want no dick, man. We gonna Andy out there goddamn thing. You know, Andy didn't have better days, man. You know what I'm saying? Andy
on like Jackass.
Man, Jackass still getting us funny shit from all angles.
Did they just drop a movie or something?
Yeah, they did some. They did some.
What fucked up? What got me fucked up? That dude was able to call the police and he still had to get on live, nigga.
Hey man, they knew they wanted that content right there. The only reason why they page was doing number because they had Andy Dick out there. This was Andy Dick last time being out there. They got to make the most out of this situation real fast. This is man, the Dick. We're gonna get off Andy, man. Hope Andy get off whoever he was. Andy Dick might be gone, man.
Funny ass jokes he had, really would like that. I hope people tell him in person.
Hey man, like it was something about him you could tell he'll take. I thought he'd take some pussy. You know, you always thought he'd take some boy pussy. Yeah. Hey man, is it right to call it boy pussy? Is that what it is? I don't know what to do. I be needing. They need to start sending out a list.
I've heard that being named that already.
They need to send out a list of the appropriate terms to call shit, man, because I don't want to be getting in no trouble and everything. But I just don't know, man. I ain't in the know like that, man.
It come out, it did what it is.
It did what it is, man. Yeah, I remember a good OT. You weren't here yesterday, man. We talked about that Delaware State bus. Them girls on that bus came through Georgia. Yeah. Oh, we talked about it last time you were here.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Got pulled over.
they tried to say that the police didn't go through them girl bag, but the body cam came out and it clearly showed them going through the bag.
Yeah, you gonna say that? No, only people got cameras on. Like this shit just not gonna come out. Like the camera ain't visible.
But man, it's like I was trying to tell them, man. This is welcome to the state of Georgia, man. Like that every traffic stop that I encounter turns into a drug search. I'm talking about no matter what. I don't care. For the last 10 years, every time I get pulled over by the police, I can guarantee my car gonna get searched. You know what I'm saying? They don't never find nothing because if you look through my records, I have no drug charges. You understand? But my car has been searched as though I was an habitual violator. You know what I'm saying? Like you would think that I have been moving drugs over here since all my life. But that's just how they handle business in Georgia. They gonna search your car. You understand? I don't think that happens for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I can only speak for how things happen for me. You know, if and then they ask you to search your car, they go through all that, they bring dogs out there, man, and then when it's all said and done, it just have a good day. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I really had somewhere to be. That's why I was going there. You understand? But man, you remember that time me and you were together and they stopped us. They gonna ask me and this man how we know each other. They done looked at both our license now. And they asked us how we know each other. Me and that man got the same last name that ain't even a just normal last name. You know, it's a pretty authentic last name. Everybody who got my last name, I think we can.
Right.
You understand? Like, yeah, I don't care if I ain't never met you. I don't know your grandma, none of that shit. But if I see you and you got my last name, nigga, we can. God damn, so they just do shit like that, fam. It's like they were asking these girls all kind of crazy ass questions. This one girl on the bus, her auntie had gave her a gift.
Right.
They gonna ask her, so you just take things from people without knowing what's inside it? Motherfucker, so you be knowing what's inside your presents for people give them to you at Christmas, nigga? On your birthday, you know what's inside the presents for people give it to you. I'm finna get off of that. I got to live.
They ain't gonna take it back there and open shit.
Yeah, they open the shit up. Hacker shareholder wants to know why Green Bay only drafted black player. That what it is, man. Green Bay Packer president and CEO Mark Murphy has a monthly column on the team website where he answers questions from fans and shareholders. It generally appears to be softball questions like any fun events planned for shareholders. And the Paul McCartney concert was awesome, but for some reason this month was a little different. Goddamn, Maryland had a pretty good letter. She did not waste any time getting to her point. She said, out of the 11 players drafted by the Packers in the 2022 draft, none are white. I also looked at the first two rounds of 64 and found that only 11 players drafted by all the teams were white. When I Googled the question of how many white overall were drafted, Google wouldn't answer. I wonder why. I sure hope we aren't going to have to hear all the whining about equity, justice, and all the markings on hats and shoes and all else. I suggest the NFL is actually racist for always choosing and highlighting black players. I'm sure that is why you chose Love for a quarterback when he never should have been chosen. I hope the Packers will play the national anthem and fly the flag high with the planes going over as they always have. Anyone who doesn't respect and honor our flag and our military heroes does not belong on the Packers roster. So for the 2023 season, let's just play football and leave all the politics and racism out of the state. Yeah, man, that what she said, dog. That what she said. How y'all feel about that love? Like she tried to bring the race and shit in.
It's just fish my club.
Yeah, the thing do not know, she don't want nobody like disrespecting the flag. Yeah.
Them shots. Yeah, them shots to the black players because of what Colin Kaepernick taking the knee.
And it wasn't for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, when a white person we go to talking about disrespecting the flag and all that, man. You know they just misdirecting the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because what I like to ask them is, you care so much about this flag, did you fight to defend it? You know what I'm saying? If you care so much about this flag, why you ain't join the military and go defend this motherfucker? Get what I did. You know what I'm saying? Get what my daddy did. Get what my granddad on both sides did. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, we come from a long history of motherfuckers who done actually put on their boots and got down when it stood they grind for this country. Now, a lot of y'all come from motherfuckers who ain't never did a goddamn thing. And and you're proud of something else. You're proud of your image of America. You know what I'm saying? We got to start being able to be proud of the real America, man. We got to be able to stop just singing songs that tell it lies and go ahead and tell the truth. Because until you tell the truth, you can't correct it. A drug addict ain't gonna never stop being a dope fiend until she can look herself in the face and say, I'm a dope fiend. She got to be able to say it. Until you can, but being able to admit your problem is putting you a step further. It don't always mean that you're gonna be able to change because you can admit it. Some motherfuckers can admit it and they okay with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. But the first step to always solving any conflict is being able to recognize the conflict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's black people problem that we don't recognize the conflict. We don't know what the obstacle is. And so everybody running around like chicken with the head cut off instead of everybody being in an organized fashion. This is what we're doing. This is what we're moving toward. Everybody in the same step in line. So, you know, ain't ain't too many ethnic groups together like that now. It ain't just black people ain't together like that now. White people split among them hardcore Republicans and the regular Republicans, and then some of them Democrats too. Like they split into all kind of factions as well. You know what I'm saying? But when they started off, the core that was together.
Right.
So they was able to build a foundation. We trying to act like we already got the foundation. We can't afford to be running around here willy nilly because we got to build a foundation. Building the second and third and fourth and fifth floor, the easy part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Building that foundation is the hard part of every building. That motherfucking part is gonna take you the longer to get through. You're gonna put the more work in there. We're gonna move on, man. We're gonna move on. We ain't gonna talk about the Packers too much. They ain't gonna win shit no way, paying Aaron Rodgers all that money. Goddamn, that what she should have been writing about. Why the fuck we paying Aaron Rodgers all that goddamn money? Man, he ain't never won no shit. Goddamn, the one time they won the Super Bowl, they won it cause they defense was nasty. Goddamn, and they still paying Aaron Rodgers. I don't give a fuck how pretty that motherfucker throw a ball, man. If you can't throw that motherfucker when it's time to throw that motherfucker, goddamn what? That's why to me, he played too careful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He played too careful, wanted to have perfect games and shit like that, man. In order for you to goddamn be able to go win that big one, man, you gotta be able to take some chances sometimes. You got to throw that ball up there like Eli when Plaxico went and got that motherfucker and came down and tapped and told. You got to give your wide receiver a chance to be great. Joe Montana let Jerry Rice be great a whole lot of times. You know what I'm saying? He put that ball up there and just said, go get it. Please. Please go get it.
There you go, Jerry. The only one I can think of. Let's do
You got to be able to take them risks, man. And, all right, let me get off of that. when slaves and pirates struck fear into the hearts of the colonists. I thought this was a good article. I want y'all to check it out. Nick Kolakowski. Bless me. Ah, God damn. Yeah, man. They always make it seem like slaves was just so compliant and happy to be slaves, singing songs in the fields and just picking the shit and doing that shit. That's how they make it. That's how they make it sound and look when they had the moves and shit. But man, it was a lot of slave revolts and shit. There was a lot of slave killing. Like goddamn, it ain't like they were just passive and just accepted the fact that they was kidnapped and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah. The thing that made the slaves and the Native Americans to be less of a threat to the Europeans was the fact that the Europeans came with weapons. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, they had guns and shit like that, and motherfuckers over here killing stuff with spears. But can you imagine, man? See, when you so scared to hunt for your food that you need a gun to go get it. Nigga was going to get that shit with a knife, man. Goddamn. Man, I'm talking about, you know how close you gotta get though, man, to really do some damage with a spear, man. And if you miss, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Just like the saying with the police, without that badge, that gun, I'm gonna beat you. If they didn't have them guns,
Yeah,
some people will beat they motherfucker. Hey,
yeah. But that's why they got them. That's why they got them, because they know. They know, goddamn, man. You know, man, if if the war on drugs didn't exist, the war on drugs changed the relationship of the police and the community. Anytime you declare war on anything, it's hard to have peace within that community. You got to understand that. Again, it's the phrasing. When you call it a war on drugs, you make these police officers feel like they real fucking soldiers. You know, and they not, man. You're supposed to be police officers, but you tell them they're in a war. So they look at the people on the other side as enemies, because that's what you have in a war. It is past time for us to stop this damn war on drugs. Like, who the fuck fights a 20, 30-year war? The war ain't no closer to being won today than it was when they first started it. So who the fuck? We pulled out of Afghanistan in less time. So why we still okay with them having a war on our own people? Why are we still okay with that? Until we get people to start speaking on issues that really affect us, man, we still ain't gonna never get shit, dog. And that's one of the biggest things that affect our community to this day, the motherfucking war on drugs. We shouldn't, and that's basically a war on our community, because that's where the drugs are sold. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Even the white people come get their drugs from outside of town. Everybody get their drugs from outside of town. Goddamn. So it's a war on our community that we let just keep on going on. We ain't talking to our senators about this shit. We ain't talking to the representatives. We ain't talking to the mayor. When they ask us what we want for our community, we don't tell them we want them to stop the war that they have on it. Somebody need to speak up and say it. Oh man, it's been a war on our community that been sanctioned by the government for 30 or 40 years that just continues to go on and nobody's saying nothing. If it was any other place, if America had been at war with any other place for this long, it'd have been stopped, man. It'd have been stopped. But they got unlimited resources to keep the war going on our community. And I could understand if they were winning. But you can't tell me you're winning because you steady having to have this war. If you were winning, it'll be all way by now. Oh man, we're gonna move on to the next story. What's the next story, man? Man accused of choking his mama and destroying grandmama oxygen machine during oxygen. Damn, he ain't want neither one of them to breathe. Damn, man, this man assaulted his mama and destroyed his grandmama oxygen machine. while she was calling 911. God damn, that's him. Look like somebody bust him in the face too, right there in that eye. Look like somebody caught him right there too. Man, these motherfuckers, man, like tell these kids no, man, they just lose it, man. Like god damn, man, like. That's why you gotta start telling them no early, man. God damn, you gotta start telling them no from the beginning. And even if you want to tell them, yeah, you gotta tell them. No, it ain't no right way to raise no damn children, man. Cause you can do everything right, and these motherfuckers still be crazy, man. God damn, it's just rough out here. I feel bad for them folk that done raised this damn boy, and he done grabbed her by the throat and slammed her head into the wall. He wouldn't up there walking my goddamn house. Oh no. No, man, goddamn, like I love you to death, but if you come back in here, I'm gonna have to kill you. It's gonna have to be the end of the goddamn relationship. Like, no, man, he cut the oxygen line to the tank and broke the machine in multiple pieces. I think he ought to be charged with attempted murder by breaking the machine and all morning grandma, man. Ain't no telling how many times these people done looked out for him. You know what I'm saying? And did what he needed to be did. Woo the woo.
He might have been mad over damn self.
Ain't no telling, man. We're gonna touch on Young Thug just a little bit more, man. This article say two more Atlanta rappers face judge on gang-related charges. I think they say the first one is rapper Yak Gotti. I don't really know a whole lot about Yak Gotti. His real name is Diamante Kendrick. He charged with participating in criminal street gang in Ghana. He charged with the same thing. And to me, man, it's just wild that they charging these guys with participating in a street gang, right? They ain't even got no evidence of them committing a crime. They just got the fact that you got the tattoo. You know what I'm saying? You was on a video throwing up the sign. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all they got to have on you to get you caught up and say that you was in the street gang, family. Now you responsible for all the charges. Yeah, man. You involved in this whole Rico shit, man. But I saw an interesting thing about that. Somebody posted this question. It said, "Why come the KKK ain't never caught a Rico case?" And to me, I would if just being an observer, I would probably say because they don't, as an organization, sell drugs together. They don't, as an organization, I ain't never like the KKK ain't running around doing drive-bys on black folks right now. They dressed up in police uniforms doing what they got to do. They dressed up in judge robes doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't out here committing street crimes. At the end of the day, like I would think that's why they ain't never been charged in a RICO. Now, why they ain't been charged as a terrorist group, that I can't understand and I can't answer. But I'm pretty sure that's why they ain't been charged as a what's the name under the RICO. Nah. Oh, let's see him. Which one we on, man?
Oh, 15.
We on 15. We're gonna give y'all another law of power today. The 15th law of power is crush your enemy totally. All great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. If one ember is left all right, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire will eventually break out. More is lost through stopping halfway than through a total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him, not only in his body, but in spirit. Don't leave none of your enemies out here half-hearted. That's like old boy back in the day. Old boy got shot and he got put in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Old boy had somebody that shit bagged him. And as soon as he was able to talk again, he got somebody to go shit bag the other nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do it halfway. If you gonna do it, you got to go ahead and kill a nigga so he can't send nobody back at you. You know what I'm saying? And that is your lesson for today. Oh, you got something to tell the people before we get up out of here, man?
Hey man, enjoy your day, man. Number love.
Go to what you got for the people, man.
Man, enjoy y'all Thursday.
All right, man. I'm gonna tell y'all enjoy y'all Thursday, man. Peace, love, happiness out there in the streets today. Yo, you are your brother's keeper, no matter how you think, man. We out of here and we'll catch you tomorrow.